I am Dr. Z, greeting you in light, love, peace, and harmony. You'll notice that there's a bridge behind me here. And yes, there it is. And today's tip is going to be something that will help you cross the bridges that you need to cross in your life. Yesterday, we talked about, aligning your vibration with what you want. Today, we're going to discuss ask with clarity, because there's a law that's operating in the universe for all human beings, and that law is ask and it is given. So this law serves us like everything else in the creation serves us. The sun, the moon, the stars, and all they represent are here to give service to you and to me and to all human beings. So the law is ask and it is given. That's how we achieve the wonders of life. But who do we ask? What do we ask for? And how do we ask? Are reasonable questions. So if you ask the Almighty. If you seek help, ask for help from the Most High, who is the owner, the one who is most rich, and the one who owns everything in creation and provides for all of your needs. That's who we ask. And what do we ask for? We ask for guidance. We ask for mercy. We ask for healing. And we need all of these in our spiritual life, mental life, and physical life. So how do we ask? Well, here's the big one. We ask with clarity and know that the source of life is near to you, is closer to you than your jugular vein. And when you ask, he wants to give you what it is that you're asking for. We have to know that and believe that, but understand that when we do ask, that this communication of asking is the beginning, and knowing that in the nearness, the provider, the source of all provision, responds to the caller when they call. And then let them respond to him and be obedient and trusting in him, that they may be living in the guidance, that they be acting out the guidance. Now, this asking is a two-way street. You ask, and the source responds. And then you respond, and that leads you to obedience and trust and faith. And then you're behaving in the guidance. So I'm still learning how to use this camera as we bring you these 25 days, these 25 tips. So what we're saying is that, when we follow this process, and it is a system for getting what we want, then we will be successful. The problem is we ask sometimes with confusion. We ask, all of our asking is with our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors. But we want something, and sometimes, the words and the actions don't match up with what we want. We may want something, but we have a negative thought about it, or a negative feeling about it. And then we wonder why things don't change. See? For example, you want somebody to love. We all want love. That's a basic need for all human beings. But if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone to give you what you're not willing to give to yourself? Or you want love, but you're not willing to give out love first. So how are you going to get anything that you don't give away? You see? So this is part of our asking. Or you're at work and you want a promotion, but you're not willing to do the extra work that's needed that shows that you're ready for the responsibility that you want to take on. Thinking and feeling, I'm not going to do this extra because they don't pay me enough to do that. Well, that's self-sabotage. That's keeping yourself in the clouds of confusion and keeping yourself from getting what it is that you want. You see? So, everything is designed to support you, but it won't respond to you if you're sending out mixed messages. You do, you don't. You do, you don't. You do, you don't, right? So, how about learning to ask with clarity? and be very specific about what you want in that relationship. Specifically, what do you want spiritually, mentally, physically? What types of values and principles do you want that person to be living? What type of beliefs do you need that person to have that's going to support your need? And I'm not necessarily talking about religious beliefs. I'm not talking about putting us in boxes and labels. You know, what I'm saying that there are universal laws that are operating in the universe. And we've talked about three types of people: those who are grateful, they're God conscious, they're grateful; those who are ungrateful; and those who are deceivers or liars. So which one of these three do you want that person to be reflecting in their thoughts, feelings, and attitudes? You see? And then what type of mentality do they have? Is it a positive mentality, or is it negative? Or is it neutral? You know? Decide on the specifics that you want and stick to it with clarity. That's clarity right there. And what type of job or position is that you want, right? The specific characteristics. What do you want your supervisor to be like? I remember doing an exercise. I wrote down a certain amount of money I wanted to make, a certain amount of time off I wanted, and I wanted my supervisor to value me and be an open communicator. That's really all I wanted and needed. And you know what happened? Because I was asking with that clarity, I in fact did get those things, and that led me to promotion after promotion. And now we are free enough to still do my job, but also to do this calling that I've been given by the Almighty to help you bring your happiest self out. So asking with clarity is so important. And then know that you don't control the timing of when it's going to come. But know that if you ask with clarity, there will be a response. And the law is guaranteed to be aware when it shows up. And it is true that the law is real. Ask and it is given. If you like this tip for everyday happiness, then please join the happiness campaign at the link below. And remember to appreciate with all your heart and mind and soul. Appreciate these three things: life, love, and happiness. Peace out. Peace in. Ha ha, peace in.